Hey guys, Rooney here. Welcome to today's video. I hope everyone's been having a great past week. Last week I took a little getaway. I went to Jersey. I attended the HorrorCon they had going down there. I got to meet Terminator 2's Eddie Furlong. I got to catch up with my wrestling pal Don Marie, who I had the pleasure of meeting with a year before at WrestleCon. I also met some other cool horror celebrities, so that was a fun experience. While I was there, I picked this up from a vendor. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe you can see that. I don't know. I think the lights might be reflecting too much off it, but maybe I'll open this up in a future video and give you guys my thoughts on this. So over this past weekend, I found out that the trailer for Alien Isolation 2 came out. This is very exciting. I for the longest time I had heard that there was going to be an Alien. I heard like rumors that there would always going to be an Alien Isolation 2, and but every time I went to look up, on the internet, it was always like in like a pre-production or just rumored status. I didn't know that it was actually happening officially. Alien Isolation, it was the first one was probably one of the was probably maybe the most frustrating yet most amazing gaming experience I ever had. I remember when I first played it, I get so scared, like because that game it really does like puts you into the mind of what it's like being in that alien world. It took me like a good year to finish the game. I remember like when I first played it, it was really I believe like the med bay section. That's when when you first really have to work to avoid the alien and try to get around it in order to complete your mission. And so many times the alien would see me and kill my ass. And every time the alien was around, that scary soundtrack would just build and build up. And so I ended up putting it away. And then a few months later, I decided to force myself to try to get through the game, and I did. But I also kind of cheated. I was went on YouTube and started just watching all these walkthroughs, so I knew which way to go and what to grab and in order to just like get through get through the levels. So for today, I want to just basically get you guys see my reaction of watching the trailer and tell you guys what I think about it. There's a chance that this video I may have to redo the video because YouTube might copyright it and not allow me to put it out there. I had that issue with my Aliens video. I had got the movie of Aliens. I cut it up for my review, and even though the video is under what I believe was under fair use, YouTube was not allowing me to put it out there, so I had to get my aliens footage from elsewhere. So so if YouTube does not allow me to keep this video up, I'll create a newer one where I just where I don't show my reaction and I just talk about what I saw in the trailer. So yeah, let's check this thing out. Okay. 20th century, definitely got to put give notation to that one. All right. Yeah. I like how we're just sort of moving forward, panning in. That's definitely like grabs your attention. And I definitely like the blue cinematography there. Very very aliens like. I got subtitles here. Expensive. Never really forget it. Last chance. Okay, so they're under pressure from the company. You can see that your character being forced to do something that he doesn't want to do, I'm guessing. Do you understand? Yes. I understand. Yeah, that's good. Is that it? Is that it? Oh, with the Android. Woo. Sweet. Alien Isolation 2, AI 2. I like how they put that out there at the end. That AI 2 is a little call to about the whole artificial intelligence, which is we all everybody hears the words AI just about every day. So I like how they just work that into the marketing there. So definitely some stuff that I liked. Let me just try to see if I can skim through and what I really enjoyed seeing. I mean, yeah, I definitely like seeing how the blue cinematography, like I was mentioning, you probably heard me mention like how it looks in Aliens. So I can see that we have a planet setting, and so it's not going to be taking place in space. So that's going to be, I guess that's going to be interesting about how the new setting sort of plays in with the story. Um, in space, you're basically alone. Here it looks like, you know, even though they're on a planet, it looks like they're in a rather remote locate, a rather, just distant location. So it looks like, still in that very, very alone kind of setting there. See, definitely like, seeing the flicker of all the technology just popping up. Sort of like a bit of a callback to the to one of the opening scenes in the first film when you see the equipment start turning on the Nostromo, the flamethrower. Yeah, the flamethrower. I remember when I was playing Alien Isolation, how you always that flamethrower was like your best friend, and that was like your only real weapon you had against the creature, and you just always would just be praying to God that your flamethrower was was fueled up. So oh yeah, I'm glad that's going to be around. Definitely want to have fun with that thing when I think it comes around. Absolutely. And I like the way the lighting goes in, how the lighting's sort of working in throughout this trailer. So I'm hoping that what I'm guessing that means that you'll probably have to use lighting to your advantage. How if the lighting moves around, you'll have to like know how to work within the shadows and look for and also be able to look out for like the shadows of the creature. So maybe use the light to help you get early detection on when the creature comes. We see a little bit half of an android, so it looks like in the first game, I know fighting off androids was a big part of the game. So it looks like that aspect's going to be brought back to into the new game. I definitely like this big last final shot we see with the Xeno. It gives you that callback vibe to when we first see the Xeno as it attacks Brett in the first Alien movie, the close up, and then when the jaw just comes out to get you. Um, from even though we still don't, even though we don't get to see much of it. It's a very dark shot, but I mean, so far the design of the Xeno looks pretty cool. I kind of do wonder if this game will include a detail that the previous game had. So there were times when I played the previous game where when I get killed, where the alien would just come and grab you, and before it did its move, before it ended, you would almost get a close up of the dome head, and you almost see like a little visual of the alien skull. And so, I mean, I guess it really depended on the environment you're in. I guess if there was more lighting, then you'd be able to see through the dome. And so I kind of wonder if this game will include that as well, because that was always something that was always something that I thought was very cool that the first game had, and that was something we had never really seen in the movies. So I just realized I don't have a PS5. I mean. I'm very, very, very behind on video games. I'm not a gamer, and I'm also poor, so that's also that's a big major factor as well. But maybe this game will finally, give me the motivation I need to, save up and get that PlayStation. So yeah, I mean, I see that it's not going to be released for 2027, so I've got time to save up for it. The little bit I've seen so far, definitely looks promising. So yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. We'll see what more there is to come. All right. Hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys enjoy the trailer too when you watch it. And take care.